everyone, I am classmate Kabahar from the group of 5 Likhang Galaw, and today we would like to introduce to you our chosen topic. So, we choose disease screening practices. It is quite interesting. Obviously, most of us are not aware about this kind of topic, and now we are going to share to you the importance, purpose, and what is disease screening practices all about.
So, number one, what is disease screening practices? A disease screening practices or screening test is done to detect potential health disorders or diseases in people who do not have any symptoms of disease. The goal is early detection and lifestyle changes or surveillance to reduce the risk of disease or to detect it early enough to treat it most effectively. It's only a method or way to find out if that certain person is symptomatic or asymptomatic on that specific illness. Screening tests are not considered diagnostic but used to identify a subset of population who should have additional testing to determine the presence or absence of diseases. Disease screening practices is only executed by physical and mental experts. The goal of screening is to reduce morbidity or mortality from the disease by detecting diseases in their earliest stages, when treatment is usually more successful.
Okay, so hello everybody, good morning. So for the second question, we have here, what is the purpose of disease screening? So first thing and foremost, we need to define first the disease screening. So disease screening is done to detect a potential health disorders or diseases in people who do not have any symptoms of diseases. And the goal is early detection and lifestyle changes or surveillance to reduce the risk of diseases or detect it early enough to treat it most effectively. So the screening tests are not considered diagnostic but are used to identify a subset of the population who should have additional testing to determine the presence or the absence of disease. So the primary purpose of disease screening is to detect early diseases risk factors for disease in large members of apparently healthy individuals. It's good for us to know as early as we can whether we have or we don't have certain diseases in ourselves, so that we're able to cure it as soon as possible. So the purpose of diagnostic test is to establish the presence or the absence of the disease as a basis for treatment decisions in symptomatic or screen positive individuals. So after the findings, like for example, if that person is having health disorder, there will be diagnostic tests to formally give an initial and final treatment on that person.
So is screening for diseases important? So health screening is an effective way to detect a specific disease or condition early, even when there have been no symptoms or signs of the disease. Detecting a condition early means getting the right treatment at the right time, and this gives patients a better control over their health. Early detection of disease may result in better treatment and management, which reduces the risk of complication whilst increasing the chances of a better health outcome. Health screening helps to identify if the patient is at risk of or has a disease or condition that was not previously known about.
Health screening can help people who have a family history of cardiovascular diseases, stroke, or diabetes with the process of prevention and provide them with timely treatments. One of the major risk factors of variety of life is altering with age. However, with early detection of treatment, the body can provide with the best defense against these diseases.
Article related to disease screening practices. Disease screening is one of the most basic tools of modern public health and preventive medicine. Screening programs have a long and distinguished history in efforts to control epidemics of infectious diseases and targeting treatment for chronic diseases. Women in prenatal care routinely receive tests for complete blood count and blood type, diabetes, syphilis, and other conditions. Newborn children are routinely tested for errors of inborn metabolism and other problems. Although most of these outcomes are rare, a positive test result triggers intervention that benefit both mother and child. And these efforts have responsible for substantial improvements in health and well-being. As the screening programs have been implemented over the years, substantial body of experience has been gained. In practice, when screening is conducted in context of gender inequality, racial discrimination, sexual taboos, and poverty, these conditions shape the attitudes and beliefs of health system and public health decision makers as well as patients, including those who have lost confidence that the healthcare system will treat them fairly. Thus, if screening programs are poorly conceived, organized, or implemented, they may lead to interventions of questionable merit and enhance the vulnerability of groups and individuals. From National Academy of Sciences 1999.